Hey guys, Carby Barber here with you again. So today I'm going to be doing this tutorial for the curly curlies. Actually no, they're called tight spiral curls, and I am doing them with the pen and a straightener. So if you would like to know how to do this, go ahead and continue watching. And also you're going to need these next items that I'm going to give you next. Okay, so I forwarded the process a little bit just because I figured y'all wouldn't be able to see the back part of it. So what I'm going to do is do the front part. So what you're going to need, of course, is a straightener. I put it to the highest setting. And I'm sorry, the lighting keeps on going up and down just because the sun is going down. So the lighting is real gray. And lighting, work with me. No. Oh, well. It looks like it looks great. The lighting's just not working with me. Anyways, so I left this big chunk right here for you guys just because I wanted to make sure that you guys seen how I did the part. I've never done this before. This is sort of like a DIY slash review slash I'll tell you how it goes. Also, there's a fan going on the side, so please excuse the noise. Of course, you're going to need a straightener. I put it to the highest setting just because my hair is very, 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 very super stubborn. I was making sure that it was still connected. And then I'm using a heat protectant. Mine is one of my favorites. It's my favorites video. It's a Fructis, Garnier Fructis. You can find this in my favorites video, and I tell you a little bit more about it. A brush just to brush your hair out, and some hair ties, and of course the pin that I mentioned before. You can use anything from a chopstick to a pencil that's wooden. The only thing I was a little bit afraid of to begin with was it's asking me to restart, and I do not want to restart. I want to restart later. So the only thing I was a little bit nervous about was the heat on the plastic and my hair being around the plastic while it's being heated. Honestly, it is probably the easiest thing ever. You do not leave the pin, the straightener on the pen a long time. So, and I will show you right now. So what I'm going to do first is, let me put the straightener down. You're going to find somewhere where you can put your straightener that's not going to ruin anything. And here it's going to be the floor or, found a place. So it's my cup, the top of my cup. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to section off a piece. Now you want to spray generously on the tips, because what I did notice is that since I need a little trim on my hair, I noticed that my tips look a little frayed. They look a little cray, but the top looks super like glossy. It does not look voluminous because I also don't have a lot of hair, so I didn't expect it to look super voluminous. But you are supposed to brush through it with your fingers. So let me see. I am gonna put the pin here. And I'm sort of going to go from this side to this side since these are going to be the last one, since this is my actual part. Put my fingers through here like that. That's a pretty good chunk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this hair back again and I'm just really going to, you do however you can. Some people like using little like bobby pins and stuff, and that's fine with me, but this just keeps all my hair together, and this is just the way I've always done it, if I've ever parted my hair at all. And this part, you make sure that you saturate it, but not crazy, because this Fructis does have a little bit of oil in it, because it does help you nourish your hair with the heat. Sorry, I sound crazy because I'm a little sick. So then, of course, you are a little bit more generous on the tips because you are putting heat to it. I just saturate the tips a little bit more. And get all the baby hairs. Oops, I grabbed one of the curls. No, not you. And my hair is wavy naturally. So this is my hair naturally when it's wet. And that's its natural wave and curl. I just honestly, like it, if I don't put any product in it, it looks very unruly. And it doesn't look cute. But this hairstyle, I seen it and I really liked it, and it was pretty much inspired by my grandmother from my sorority. She has beautiful curls, and they're very like, wow, child. You know, so I really like it, and I want to try to do it. So you grab the pin, you point it down, and what you sort of do is just like wrap it around. There's really no way how to explain this, except for there's this little thing right here for the pin. I use that to my advantage. So I push it up a little bit, and I sort of slide the end and that part of the pin and pull these down. Sort of separate a little. Now that it's like that, I pull it taut, keep this out of the way. I grab the straightener, and you're sort of just gonna go back and forth. And you're just gonna leave it a little bit, let it cool down, and then just go at it again at a different angle. Believe me, it is so awkward doing this to begin with, because honestly, like, the heat is so close to your face, you aren't even excited about that part. So once you let that happen, you let it cool down a little bit. And what I'm going to do, since it was a little bit still damp, I'm going to go over it one more time and leave the straightener there a couple of seconds. And this is my wet to dry straightener from Makeover Essentials. Like I said, you don't never leave the straightener on whatever you're going to use for a significant amount of time. It is not worth the curl. So then basically that's all you do, and you slide it off, and you have this little bouncy, cute curl. Okay, so then you just push it back, and just push it back with the rest of the hair. You can choose to clip the hair back, but mine usually just stays back. And if not, like if I put it in a clip, it usually flattens it. So to do that, no. My hair is really long, so I try to not grab that thick of a strand. If your hair is not so long and you feel like you want a little bit bigger curls, you can do bigger chunks of hair. The thing with this is that the chunkier the curl, the less it's going to last, the less tight it will be. It will just be a bigger curl. I brushed my hair out before I started doing this, and then I sectioned it. You can section it however you want. If you're curious about how I sectioned it, go ahead and comment below, and I will let you know how I sectioned it. It's really not that difficult, but if you need like help in how I parted it, I will help you. So then you just repeat all the way through, and you sort of use your judgment, like how long you should leave it on there. Oh, that was really close to my fingers. I felt that heat. Didn't burn myself. You can use gloves too. It's recommended that you do, just because it's hot. I think my straightener goes to 410 degrees, and it's really hot. Ay. So then, oops, took off the top. So then if it doesn't want to come off, it should. But if it doesn't, you just sort of let go of the curl, and it'll unravel itself. And you get these bouncy curls that are so like satisfying to watch. It's curly, cute curls. So I'm going to do the rest of my hair, and then I'm going to come back and show you what I do right here. Or I'll come back and show you how I brush out my hair. Okay, so I'm finally done, and this is the end result. Isn't it cray? Like, I have curly hair. Okay, so this totally does not look natural, and what you sort of need to do is play with it with your hands a little bit. I would not recommend brushing any brushes through it, and just sort of using your fingers and separating them. You can stop here if you have very voluminous hair, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put my fingers through it. Also, what I did notice is that some of the first ones, I was a little nervous to start out, so they look like dreadlocks now. You see that? Like, I didn't leave the straightener on long enough, so my hair just like sort of like clumped up. So what I'm going to do, oh my goodness, Okay, anyways, get over yourself. No, just kidding. I'm gonna curl these parts like this, and I'm gonna show you how I brush my hair out. So let me recurl them really quickly. Excuse the noise. I'm at home, so all my family's here and all the kiddos are here. Like I said, I'm gonna lightly mist these because I'm not gonna start from the top. I'm not gonna move all the curls out of the way, but I do want that curl to be defined. And how am I gonna do that with the pen without the pen, girl? I don't know. So this was something that I thought of on the quicks. I didn't know what I was gonna do with my hair today, and I just like thought something cute. I really love curly hair. I forever have loved curly hair. My hair has always been really unruly though. Like it's always been the type of hair that everybody fights with, and so it'll hold a curl really well, but you have to sort of play its game in order for it to hold your curl. So yeah. It's the only bad thing about my hair. Other than that, I love the length. I love that it's not too thick. I wish I would have a little bit thicker hair, obviously, but I like that it's not too thick. Because if not, then that means I don't know how I would feel. I don't know if I would be able to manage it as well as I do now because my hair has always been long. So okay, I didn't know if it was gonna work, but it worked. Retouching the other curls that didn't really curl very well, especially just doing them from the bottom, helps. I don't want to do too much of the root just because I don't want it to go through that damage twice. Any heat that you put to your hair is damaging it. So just remember, like, just remind yourself that. So this wouldn't be a good hair to do every day. It is time consuming. Once I got the hang of it, it took me like 20 minutes to do the bottom part. The top part, I know I took it off. I cut off a part of it, but it did take me only like around 10 minutes to do the top part, only because the part where you're doing like the curl part, making sure I didn't miss anything over here. The part where you're doing the part right here, the part where you're doing the part, that part is to me, is very important because I love to have my hair parted, especially if it's going to be curly and staying in one direction. I love it. I have cousins that have really, really curly hair, and I freaking love it. And I was born with wavy hair. My dad has super straight hair. My mom has sort of, no, actually, everybody has straight hair. I don't know where I got the curlies from. I guess it was my mom's side of the family. I've never seen my dad's side of the families with like curly hair. So it's always been my mom's side of the family has like curlies, and I love them. I've always loved them. But the thing is that like I was born with this hair and I love it, but you know. There you go. Nope. And this is the last one. Bear with me, please. And like I said, it feels sort of like a dreadlock. It's really like bad because you did put a lot of heat on it. Oh, I did put a lot of heat on it. In the beginning, I was very nervous, but I did it like 3 times, and I didn't do it long enough, obviously, because it didn't stay. The rest of the curls stayed, and I got the hang of it after that. But this was one of my first curls, and it was a bigger chunk. That's why the bigger the chunk, the longer the heat, the more strain you put your hair through. So you just have to keep that in mind when you're doing these. Also, when you're putting the straightener on it, just you can like turn the pen a little bit like that. You see my head like sort of moving. It helps sort of distribute the heat onto the curl so it keeps the curl all the way through. And that is it. Okay, so now that I have Like I said, I've never done this hairdo before. And I'm going to put this on the floor. There's tiles, so nothing will happen. Okay, sorry. I have a little cold, so I'm a little stuffed up. But you see where my part is? I'm sort of going to pull some of these back and sort of pull some of this out of my hand face and just sort of run my fingers through it. I'm going to start in the back, just sort of running my fingers through the curls. They say you should go one by one. Maybe I should do that. Do one by one and maybe just have a couple of solid curls and throw them to the back. I really do love this. It just gives you a lot of volume. Like I said, I have very thin hair. I do not have thick hair. So this is a great alternative for when you're feeling the guts to go get a perm and you really don't know how you look in curls. I really never knew how I looked in curls this small because I never had a perm, you know. So then you just separate them and you go through them. And your ends are going to look a little bit more natural because they're a little bit straighter. Nobody's curls are like perfect. So they will look a little bit more natural because they're straight. I usually don't like the puffy look, but since it's curly, then that sort of gives me more of a reason to have like, not puffy, but like defined baby curls. And nobody that has natural curls has super like defined curls. They have some type of puffiness to them, some type of puffiness to them, you know. So you can set this with a little bit of hairspray. I usually don't set any of my curls with hairspray just because that usually makes my curls fall out. So I just let my hair like keep it. And I'm going to leave some curls alone. I'm not going to do much to them. Just pull them apart and make them stay together like this. And just keep going. This is super simple. It's not hard at all. You do need patience and you do need time. Don't try to do this hairdo like in 10 minutes. It's not going to look cute. You do need at least 30 minutes the first time you do it. Give yourself an hour just in case you work a little bit slower. And then you just sort of, if you curled your curls and with the part already in them, then they're gonna stay like that with the part in them already. Like this, see? And you won't have to really mess with the part. If you didn't, then you'll have a little bit more volume, but you're gonna have to be messing with the hair, and I'll show you in a minute. And you're gonna sort of see how it's not settled down. Clown. Ooh, girl, this is a workout. You should have zhuzhed it up with your hands. Yes, girl, look at the difference. You see the difference already? I love this side. Like, it's very different. I've never had this many curlies. And I honestly look, like, that's a pretty big difference. Let me try this side. Of course, this side's going to have a little bit more hair because it does have the part and it's going this way. But, girl, it's giving me life. I am really, like, loving it. Okay, so push that back so I can finish this side. And this side was already, it's already poofy. It's the one that I fixed, but since it's at the bottom, I want that length. I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so this is the final look after I brushed it all out. It does have a little bit of like straightening ones here, but those aren't going to curl. They're too small for me to curl them because they're going to be too close to my face. I'd rather not take that. sacrifice close to my face. So this is pretty much it. I hope you guys like it. And if you like this video, comment below and tell me what you like about it, or if you have any questions, let me know. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you want to be part of the Carby Barbie. I'll be more than happy to make you part of my Carby Barbie. And let me know how it looks. Send me some pictures. Post them here in my comments below, or ask for my Instagram and I'll go ahead and give it to you. Also, if you like this video, like it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.